This feels so weird. Not that fact I'm going on my first bikepacking adventure of 2024. Not fingerless gloves, not even all the extra weight I'm carrying. Sure, that feels weird, but what really feels weird is this. Legs are out. Stick around with me as I venture down to Nottingham, to Sherwood Forest, a bit of wild camping. I've decided to actually stay as it is, rather than spend money getting new gearing to put it towards a new bike. Ta-da! Today's breakfast, sponsored by Tailfin. I can promise you epic views of Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire countryside, including huge mammoth, piles of dirt, quiet country lanes, big skies, and the joy of watching me struggling, camping in the middle of woods that I've never been to before.
But you're wasting your time, you're a little behind, you can't hear a whine, but it's not too late, there's no need to wait, just jump over the gate and start running, away from the place where you were chained.
So I just pulled off the main road for a moment to take this bit of a cow path. It looks like it might be a bit muddy, so might end up on the road a little bit. Anyway, I thought I'd just pull over to tell you about my bike, because it's not too dissimilar to what's going to be in a couple of weeks' time. We'll head over to Spain and the Canary Islands to do Gran Guananchi. That's 700-kilometre gravel ride across 5 of the islands in the Canaries. So yeah, let's just look at the bike briefly and talk about it. So Tim, we're going to go straight to talk about gearing. I've decided to actually stay as it is because cost and things like that. Rather than spend money getting new gearing to give myself some lower gears and increase the range, I thought I'd save the money and instead put it towards a new bike for the Great British Escapades, which take place in beginning of June. So I'm going to do that instead. It's a 40 chain ring at the front. We talked about trying to make that a little bit smaller. Unfortunately, it's quite a lot involved in doing that. It's a 42 cassette on the rear, GRX, the AT10 series, I think. Elsewhere on the bike, in terms of luggage, I think it's got a tail thin aero pack on there. Let's turn the light on while I remember. Rain jacket on top, which I might be putting on soon because it's actually surprisingly cold. I came out with fingerless gloves today as well, as I showed you earlier, and now I'm kind of regretting it. Anyway, back to the bike. On the top tube, well, underneath the top tube, we've got the tent for this evening, well, tent pegs rather. The tent is in here, in fact, hanging off the forks on one of the tail fin cages. So surprisingly, it's managed to fit in there. Got a couple of water bottles on, box of tools and tricks, exposure light on the front, which is, yes, it's rather a strange configuration, but I managed to get it in there, hanging off the bottom of the Garmin mount. We've got a secondary light from O-Light, which is surprisingly good for, not a particularly expensive light. Well, this is definitely go with me. It's a tail fin top tube bag. It's crammed with bits and bobs today, a few repair bits, and the power bank as well. I know when I do Gran Guananchi, that will be going with me, but I've been looking at one of those trail packs. It kind of latches on to the bottle holders and pushes it forward a bit and creates a little space behind it. Just hiding underneath the saddle. We've got a Tublito there. I think that is about it. Got mud guards on today. Those will be staying at home. I'm not taking those across the Canaries with me. What else is there? I think that's pretty much it. So today is a bit of a training ride and just to go out and enjoy myself. And do you know what? I've not got a cap on. Yeah, we've taken a cap with me for the Canaries as well. Yes, extra load, carrying lots of stuff. Lots of stuff here won't be taken with me to the Canaries. So it's yeah, you know what it's like here. You just try to keep extra warm in winter. Oh yeah, and up front, a pump as well, hanging off the other side of the fork. Anyway, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do in terms of getting dressed and things. I might have to cover my legs up, I don't know. and decide whether I'm going to go down there or not. But I thought I'd show you through the pipe because it's not far from getting the sun going down. So on that note, I better start moving. I'll take a quick look at this because one thing I don't want to do, and that is fall in the canal. Yeah, it looks a bit boggy, and the water is rather close. I'm asking for trouble just there. Well, I've reached the other side of Retford, didn't manage to get back on the canal at all, so now I'm just heading south around the back of the airport, the airfield, Gamston. There's somewhere between 25 and 30 kilometres left to go. It is coming up to about 6:05. The sun sets at 8 minutes past. Now the plan is, I haven't brought loads of cooking stuff with me, just the meth burner really, so I can boil water for porridge in the morning and coffees this evening and tomorrow. So the plan, once I get to a little town called Edwinstowe, I'm going to pop into one of the takeaways there. It's about 8k from camp. Also, I'm not entirely sure whether the wind's dropped or whether it's just because there's more hedges and woods and things to hide behind, but which reminds me actually, while I was umming and ahhing, kind of made my mind up at the beginning of this ride that I probably will take the area bars, put them on this bike, because I'm struggling into the wind, and I'm really starting to notice the difference that, you know, they're not there. I'm going down to try and find them, and I'm like, oh yeah, wrong bike kind of thing. So I think it'd be useful to have, that's for sure. 70% of Gran Guananchi is on the road. You know, it's definitely worth having some aero gains, which really just a bit more comfort, to be honest. This place I've thrown in, awesome. Yeah, when I planned this bit, it's kind of a big time saver, this one. So for anyone who's not familiar with Nottinghamshire, I can be a little bit more exact and say it's not the Sherwood Forest, it's actually Clipstone Forest I'm going to be camping in, where the trails are, the mountain bike trails. You know, I'm continually surprised how many trails are in Nottinghamshire. Oh, I see a puddle. I see two, I see three. So I'll probably flash this shortcut up on the screen actually. Remember it for my personal use in the future. If you want to ride it as well, you know where it is. Basically, I've just gone over the top of the A1 onto a side road, which eventually became this. Right, time for the big light. Big light, there we go. 22.5 hours. Yeah, it's not quite 100% charged. I'm going to take this opportunity to mention that I bought one of the support sails, some exposure lights as well, which I guess will effectively double the lighting capacity really. So 24 hours, I'll get to maybe 48 hours out of it. Hello dears. Ta-da! I've arrived at the forest. This one's Clipstone Forest. You can see the head in there. Yeah, let's just head off as well. Blind you. Yeah, quite an interesting last few miles. It's kind of embarrassing, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. So, a few weeks back, I was in the Peak District, and my rear hub messed up. The pulleys, or the poles inside, was seized up, and I went down to the bike shop. They fixed it up and everything, and I thought it happened again today because there was no play there's no, I couldn't put any pressure down on the pedals at all. I was just not going anywhere. So I was like, I made an assumption that's what it was again. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I rang somebody up, can you pick me up? No, I've been drinking. So I was like, well, okay, I'm nearly here now. So I told you, there's a trail centre here. I'll see them in the morning, they can fix it for me. I managed to get to somewhere in the light. We rolled my bike up to a sign, which was all lit up and everything. Looked down at my bike, all it was the chain had come off. Oh, I was so relieved actually, but at the same time felt really stupid. Just, that's what you get for making assumptions, isn't it? Probably happened when I stopped to pop my bike up and have a nature break. And I bet there was a twig or something and just lifted the chain off. That's what it must have been, because literally as I stopped, that's when it happened. So yeah, all good again. Just about to set myself up in a spot. So yeah, all good now. Just about to set myself up amongst the leaves here. And I don't know if you just caught on camera, it is actually raining a little bit. I don't think it was meant to be raining tonight. But it is. I know it's going to go down to about 3 degrees, so anyway, I'm going to get myself set up and I'll see you in the tent in just a second. Hello folks, welcome to the inside of the tent. It's been a while. Spacious as always. Should we take a tour of what we've brought with me today? So I've got a Vango Microlight 100 sleeping bag. Got a Sea to Summit, I know you can't see too well, but it's a Sea to Summit sleeping liner. I have brought along a Vango sleeping pillow as well. A climate mat, which is not that fantastic, it's really lightweight, it's got all these gaps in it. Yeah, and that's it really. Anyway, it's nice and peaceful here in the woods. I'm all set up to go to sleep. It's a bit too early though, it's just I don't think it's even 10 o'clock yet, it's just come up to 10 o'clock, so I've got a bit of time just to relax and chill out a bit. I'm not going to get up too early tomorrow. I'll catch you tomorrow in the morning. Good night. Wonder if it's the sound of dogs or deers. So good morning folks, it's 7:15, had a good night's sleep. Cold one, pretty cold. There's the bike, doing my morning ritual, make sure the tyres are okay. Yeah, all good. Prop the bike up. Remember not to wheel it, because if you wheel it, I have a bit of trouble doing that. Put a couple of velcros just wrapped around the tyres itself. Yeah, it's looking a bit damp. The sun over there should help, so I might just spin my bike around a little bit. Get a bit of sun on it, because I've not had my breakfast yet, so I need to get myself sorted out. I need to make a slight adjustment there by the looks of it. Looks like it's moved a little bit. I don't know. There we go. Good as new. Morning. The trusty meth burner on. Today's breakfast, sponsored by Tailfin, is porridge oats, some raisins. What else have we got in there? Some flaxseed. So I've just left enough space in to put some hot water, and I've got some coffee as well, so I'm gonna enjoy those and then get packed away and get moving again, because today got a 100-mile ride planned. It's kind of far south as Beaver Castle, well, Bottisford actually, the town of Bottisford. It's all back north through Newark, a little bit of east of the Trent. I joined the NCN 64, go all the way up Fledborough, back into Nottinghamshire, and then all the way north from there and home. So hope you can stick around and join me for that. Now this never went in here before. I wonder if it'll fit. There we go. It will go. There we are. Taking all my rubbish away. Great night's sleep here in the woods. Now it's time to just put the last few bits together and get going. That's it for this mini adventure. If you want to see how the rest of this video continues, click down below. I'm going to go off into Nottinghamshire now and enjoy the rest of the day. Look at that sky, blue skies. If you enjoyed watching this one, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, bye bye.